What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Keeping It Real podcast. James here, joined by Jack, Calvin, and Reese with our review of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier episode 4, The World is Watching. Wakanda's Dora Milaje have given Sam and Bucky 8 hours to finish their mission with Zemo before taking him into Wakandan custody. They track down Carly Morgenthau, head of the Flag Smashers, and intend to resolve things diplomatically, but John Walker and Battlestar intend on taking matters into their own hands. Best episode yet, guys?
Yep.
Easily.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
100%. What really got me, it was as soon as it started, just such a surprisingly emotional opening scene with Bucky.
Oh, that was immense.
Chilling in Wakanda. I thought it was Madripoor at first on the shot. I was like, oh, we're back here.
Yeah,
again.
I did as well.
Yeah, and then it seems like I was like, oh, cool. So it was chilling in the woods with AO, and she's testing him with the Winter Soldier like triggering words, and he's finally done it. He's overcome his programming. And I thought that was such a beautiful scene to start off as.
I just loved he was in like by the end of that whole thing, he was in floods of tears when he.
So was I.
I was just like, that's so. It was just so good. It's like he finally, he's James Buchanan Barnes again.
Yeah,
not some bastard.
That whole scene is just a testament to his acting in it. Though, without him, just there's no words spoken in that whole scene. He just
says it all with his face.
Yeah, you're just truly able to like feel everything the character was going through, and I think he did a wonderful job at conveying like genuine relief from something.
Yeah, I thought it nicely set up even though it's like, however many, it's like a minute long, but it sets up a nice relationship with AO as well, that she's the one helping.
Yeah, it's not just that. It's nice setting that up rather than just being like, oh, we've just sent a random person.
And
have that connection.
It wasn't just a random Wakandan that we haven't met before. Helping him, but someone we recognise. I thought that was really good.
What I loved about
the context. I just like getting the context from it because, like when you see him in Infinity War, he's basically just rocking up and he's like, "Hi, I'm fine. I'm fine again. Look at my new arm. It's sick. You don't know why I'm fine, but I'm bloody fine now." But like after this, like it's just giving it context and it makes it so much. It makes the story so much richer. I just thought it's probably one of my favorite scenes of the show so far.
What I loved about the start of the episode, and I'm sure we're going to get into later, the end of the episode, is it's bookended so well. You got this one character at one end who's just found himself from being lost, and then you've got the next character who is lost himself. I just really loved the sort of the journey through these two things. I thought that was really well done. I'm sure it was put that way on purpose to show one character gaining, but something back in their life, and one character losing something. But I thought this episode was a massive step up from last week's episode anyway. Yeah,
because last week we got almost zero John Walker, who's actually he's becoming one of the best characters in this show.
Yeah, he is.
One of the most watchable. And I know Wyatt Russell's getting a lot of hate online, which
he loves it though, doesn't he?
If you send in Wyatt Russell hate, grow up, man.
He said though, doesn't he?
Because he's a good actor.
He loves it. He loves getting it. Because he's like, but I do my job well.
This week,
not to the point,
not to that point, but he's a super soldier now.
In the morning and being like, yes, she wants me dead.
I think he. I know we speculated it on the first episode of him being. Is he going to be like the main villain or just a foil? And I don't know. I can see him like overtaking the Flag Smashers as our actual antagonist, because he's just completely gone off the deep end now.
I think it would only make sense because realistically, for him at the end when he's filmed smashing the Flag Smasher, basically the only way I can put it.
Flag Smasher.
Obviously, he's being recorded, so that's Captain America on like the world stage now. Everyone's going to see that. That's going to go viral, I imagine. I'd retweet that. So we're just going to and then realistically, is the government they're not going to be like, well, you can still be Captain America. It feels like they're going to try and take it away from him now.
That's what I was going to ask. Are they going to back him?
Yeah, I don't
how are
think
they going to deal with this?
I don't think the government are going to turn to him and be like, right, that's your one. Like
Yeah.
one person, and that's it.
Yeah, but he
You're allowed
killed.
to crush the chest of one man.
But he essentially killed a terrorist, isn't he? In their eyes, so they might try and work it.
Will
I
be
think
but
they'll
I
try and
think
work
there's-
through that.
Yeah, but I don't know.
But
There's a
he's
way
like-
to do it, though. I think, and
Yeah, but
He's-
he's also
basically begging as well.
he's obviously slowly becoming more of an antagonist, but he also is such a good character because his motivations are understandable. Like when he has that conversation with Battlestar, is it in a shopping mall?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he's fighting for what he believes in, and he's fighting against what he firmly believes is terrorism, and
Yeah.
he's all about trying to do the right thing, but ends up doing the wrong thing. That's why he's such a compelling character that we don't really see
yeah.
that
And
often.
that guy loves Captain America as well. That poor bloke got his face smashed in.
Oh, yeah,
He was saying it wrong. She loves Captain
Oh yeah,
America.
that guy. Yeah. They did that character. They did a way better job with him than they have done so far with one of my biggest gripes of this episode and the TV show far is Carly Morgenthau. Like she was focused on a lot in this episode, but she just doesn't compel me very much. Like I don't buy her into being either a revolutionary leader or a menacing terrorist. She's not doing either of those things for me, or even somewhere in the middle. Even though she was like focused on a lot in this episode, it seemed more her character was there to aid the character growth of Sam and showing why he is in fact worthy of the shield, because he approaches the situation with her through like more diplomatically and showing genuine empathy.
Yeah.
But I think to make her character more interesting, they need to expand more upon how the GRC exactly work and how they've sort of fucked everyone over who's been displaced by the blip. Because in other films like Spider-Man Far From Home, it didn't allude to any of these things. That people were just back, and it was like a funny thing.
Yeah.
Like people going through puberty and what have you, were faster.
Yeah.
But I think giving the GRC showing us what they're actually about would give her character more depth and understanding, because at the moment they're just showing how she reacts to whatever they have supposedly done, which we don't know what it is.
I think as much as I hate them, I think we kind of need a little flashback episode to see what happened when she came back to put her in this situation.
Maybe just a scene, yeah, because we've only got
just because
we've
like
got 2 episodes left now. But
at the moment she just seems like she's just really angry, and there's not
Yeah.
really a reason.
I think it for me, it like I'm not sure if it's the character or just Erin Kellyman's performance. She's just not selling me, and I know she was in
No.
Solo as well.
Yeah, she was out of place there. I
Yeah,
felt.
I didn't like her there either.
She's got a very good smolder, but it pulls me out. That's the way I feel about her.
I just can't. She's not convincing me as the
Yeah.
head of a revolution. Like,
yeah.
Yeah,
If
or
she
a
phoned me up,
terrorist, like either one.
Yeah,
She's-
if she phoned me up when I was trying to work, I'd be like, fuck off. Threaten my kids, you little shit.
I don't have kids.
But I'm like, what do you want?
Yeah, I found it.
She's
I
not
think
scary at all, is she? Like,
I think it also would have benefited from having an extra scene, just one scene executed really well with the woman whose funeral we were at. Because and then again, I still don't care for Carly's character because we don't see this woman. So why do I care that she's
I
dead?
think that was a part of a subplot that got written out.
Yeah,
there
just
was
one
this-
scene. It's one scene done really well. You could build a whole relationship with the character,
Yeah.
yeah.
and then she could die, and then I'd have more.
Then it would
cause-
actually mean something.
yeah, to
assuming,
make me
like-
care for her.
I'm assuming that's the woman who like probably took them all in or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
one
or we
point.
started the flag smashers or
Yeah,
something,
but
and then they
Again,
do it
yeah,
in
like I said, I
memory.
Inspired
don't
it, at
really
least.
care for her because to me she's just the woman who's randomly died.
Well, yeah, I don't need to care about
Right.
her. I just need
Yeah,
to care
it
about
helped
Carly.
Yeah,
Help her progression.
yeah. On
Um,
a different, I
oh,
really
go on.
like the more like serious tone of this episode. They seem
Mm.
to have left out a lot of the what we thought the TV show was going to be more of, which is all the like buddy cop quips. Like they've left them behind.
Yeah.
Which, if I'm honest, through this TV show, they have come across a bit forced and wooden in some of the prior episodes. I'm quite glad that this TV, like the way this episode ended, possibly gave us the darkest moment we've ever seen in the MCU. So it was fitting for them to take out a lot of the jokes and take a more serious tone here.
Yeah, I like
I
how
really enjoyed that.
like now Sam and Bucky are trusting each other.
Yeah,
Like
barking at each other.
yeah, Bucky's holding off John and Battlestar while Sam goes and talks to Carly, which I thought was a great scene.
Yeah.
He goes in there, you know, completely unarmed. He just wants to talk because her motives are, you know, they're right, but she's just going about it the wrong way.
Yeah.
But then, of course, Captain America bursts in and ruins all of it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I love.
He's just a knob, and he.
Yeah.
It was so angry watching him. Like,
I love the echoes from all the way back to the first Avenger, like the words Dr. Erskine says, you know, like the quote when he's like, because a strong man who has known power all of his life may lose respect for that power, but a weak man knows the value of strength and knows compassion. This is what it's echoing back to. And I just
Not a perfect
really
soldier, but a good man.
I really love that they're using that because
Yeah.
John Walker is the perfect soldier, and he's the
'cause
wrong choice.
What does Battlestar say? Remember when he said that when they're talking in the mall, where it's like the serum makes you more yourself.
Yeah, makes you more yourself.
And I like
Power
that.
just makes
that
you
was
more
a
of
nice
yourself.
little moment.
Because John Walker is a great soldier, but there's something up there that just isn't, you know,
it's not.
He's,
like, he's
not
obviously
right.
got he's obviously got some sort of PTSD or something, hasn't he? Like, I think that is making it work, or he feels like he's done wrong in the past because, like, he says something like, "We got medals for what, murdering people or something." Like, you know,
He's a hero, but he's not being
regret.
treated as it.
Yeah.
I just think he probably had more expectations for the role, like almost like he's just going to fall into this, like he's going to just immediately command everyone's respect.
Yeah.
Whereas Steve had to do all these mad things, like basically had to save the world countless bloody times. And he was just a good person. Whereas,
I mean, he's probably thinking in the back of his mind, he's like, "Oh, I'm going to be an Avenger. Let's go." And then they turn up, and he's a bit of a poster boy, really, isn't he? Like,
well, yeah, because we saw last week that like John goes, you know, interrogating, and he's getting nothing because he's just not getting the respect he thought he would with that title and that shield. And then this week, what really pushes him over the edge again, it really, you know, he was teetering, and now he's fully off. Was when he's fighting the Dora Milaje.
Yeah.
And he says they weren't even super soldiers, and he gets his ass absolutely handed to him.
That scene was awesome.
That was great. It's the best action scene we've had.
Was so good.
But I really liked that. But instead of, they didn't play it off. I thought when it started they were going to play it off as more making like an absolute mockery out of John, but it wasn't. It was that whole scene is about his character and the development of where he goes in the rest of the episode because of the line he says they're not even super soldiers, that he can't even do right, he can't even fight people who aren't even enhanced in any way, and why he wants the super soldier serum even more. So I'm really glad that scene they didn't just make like a weird mockery of him. Like he was being like his ass handed to him, but it wasn't like played off for jokes.
There was one where Bucky from the sidelines like, "You got this, John.
You're doing great, John."
That was great.
I do think the Dora Milaje are cool, but for me, I do, like saying to Jack the day, I do think they're a little bit overpowered, the stuff they're able to pull off, considering they're just, I know they're highly trained, but the stuff they're doing is crazy to the point where they are literally, they have powers.
They might as well be super soldiers.
Yeah, I do think, like, I think they're so cool, but they do seem a little bit, but obviously that whole scene serves as like, you know, symbolism for Bucky having known that they put in a failsafe because they might not actually trust him. So I would like to see where that goes.
That was great. Yeah, completely shuts him down.
Yeah,
like,
I want to
takes
know
his
what
arm
she
off and
says
he's
to
just
him as well. Like that, whatever she says to him, I'm dying to know what that was. Like,
thought that whole
she takes his arm off.
She's great.
She says something,
even when the Dora Milaje come in at the beginning, there's an interesting conversation where John's like, "You don't have jurisdiction here," and I was like, "What do you?"
Yeah.
This isn't. You know, you're not in America.
At one point, though, they look like they were about.
Isn't it, though?
Well, yeah,
They
exactly. And then the
everywhere.
Wakandans say they say we have jurisdiction wherever we are, and I was like, well, that's also not right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one bit though, they look like they're going to straight up murder someone. I can't remember who is on the floor. She's got a spear to him. Yeah, and she looks like she's going to just straight up stab him. And I'm like, whoa, he's not done anything.
and then after all of that as well, Zemo is just like, "I'm gonna go."
It gives him more than enough time to just sneak away, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Let's get to Zemo. I really liked him in this episode. I think they really did a really good job at reaffirming how sort of cunning he is. I really like that he sort of. I really like as well that they were so consistent with his character that he destroyed the serum, because I was like, oh, he's going to take it or something. but I really like
I
that
never thought
consistency.
that, yeah.
And my favorite part of this episode with Zemo was his whole speech about supremacists.
Mm.
That really added an extra layer to his character, because it seems like he could be suffering with some sort of cognitive dissonance, which is what sort of communists and fascists all suffer with in their ideals. And I thought that was really interesting, because he talks about people being supremacists, but then he is also someone who uses his masses of wealth and resources and knowledge and seeks to force his own beliefs onto others, which is a supremacist. Yeah, I just love that he has that. He's just got such a warped idea about what he believes in, but what he believes in sort of makes sense, and I just think he's great.
Yeah, Daniel Brühl's just so good in this role.
He is.
And after this, I'm convinced that he's going to stay on for a while. And I think he's going to be. I know we talked about it last week, but the Thunderbolts, I think he's definitely included in them, and he's going to be the leader. And I
don't
think
really
they're
know
going to
what
get
the Thunderbolts is. To be honest,
it's like the team of villains led by General Ross.
It's like a Suicide Squad situation.
It's like the Marvel Suicide Squad, basically. Yeah. So I think this and Black Widow are going to set that up, because I think Taskmaster will be a part of them. I wouldn't be surprised if they take John Walker and put him as part of that team and just take away the Captain America role and give him like US agent or something. I think that's definitely the way it's going to go. So he's snuck off during that fight. I think we've seen it in trailer footage anyway. He goes to the like Sokovia Memorial, and Bucky catches up with him. Yeah,
I can't remember.
That's been in a trailer, so I just assume that's where he's gone straight away.
Yeah, because it looks like in the trailer, it looks like when we were talking about when we see Sam and Bucky have the shield and they're practicing with it. That looks more like it's going to be at the end of the season now.
Yeah, I'm convinced now. Yeah. I thought that was going to be the start, and now I think that's the last scene. I think, which is a shame.
Maybe he does have the super soldier serum there, because he's doing all these mad,
doing all those mad flips.
Yeah.
Well, I think it would be a betrayal towards the writing of Sam in this season.
Depends how they go about it.
Yeah, I guess, but I think because he was so like, no, like I wouldn't take it. I don't need that. And then that whole conversation about it just, power just making you more of yourself. And then the whole conversation about, there's only one Steve Rogers. I thought that was so interesting. I think to give Sam the serum would sort of be a betrayal of that. Because
I was thinking that maybe
so interesting if he doesn't have it.
Like he has to take it to beat John Walker.
But how much more impressive would it be though if he doesn't?
Oh yeah, it would. Yeah, if he doesn't take it, obviously, yeah. But...
prove he's worthy of the shield. He proved it. That'd be great, because he can prove to John Walker that you don't need the super soldier to be the super soldier serum to be worthy.
Yeah,
of the shield.
Well, because clearly having this serum has really fucked John Walker's chances up of maintaining that title.
Yeah, in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, so we get to the end, and he's Battlestar, as Calvin predicted, gets killed.
My best possible outcome.
Yeah,
I said that because I thought it was the boldest route to go, and I really didn't think they were going to go with it. So when
as soon as you said it, I was like, yes,
yeah. But the only thing that wasn't true that I said was Zemo was going to be more involved in it. But I feel like he might be more involved, possibly in the next 2 episodes.
I think so. Yeah, I don't think he's.
But I thought he was going to push John to the point. That's another thing with Carly. In that scene, she just serves to push John to the edge. That's why I always think she's like, they're trying to make her a main character, but she seems to serve the other characters more than herself.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I always think it's sad when they introduce characters just to like, they're there just to off them off, just to kill them off for another character.
Just to serve another character's story.
It's a bit like, because I liked Battlestar. I was like, he's
an absolute unit.
Like,
he seemed to have a better head on him than
he didn't have a shield or anything. He was just going in and
I think it was the right thing to. I do think it was the right thing to do.
Yeah,
for the story.
Yeah.
But when he absolutely got launched into that pillar and he essentially like broke his whole bloody spine, there was a small part of me that was just like, oh, he's a bloody monster. He's probably just going to shrug that off.
No, I
Get up,
like
carry on.
I like the ramifications for the punches that super strength would do, because Steve Rogers is always punching people. He never checks up on them. But they would die for the strength he has. The man can hold a helicopter to a building. If
when
he's
he
punching
kicked that guy off the ship in Winter Soldier, dead.
Yeah.
You've crushed his ribs and he's gonna drown.
Also, the shield confuses me, because when he launched it at
you just gotta forget about the shield.
The shield I was looking at it like he'd be dead. Zemo would be dead. That's blunt force trauma.
That's one of two moments in this episode where I just laughed out in hysterics because this is ridiculous. So Zemo gets absolutely battered in the chops with his shield, which is it made of rubber?
It gets stuck in a wall.
Yeah. Bounces off his dome though. Didn't get that.
And then dead. That's all it is.
The second part was when we first see in this episode, we first see Bucky doing his super soldier run.
Oh no!
Look,
that was so bad.
I was pissing. I said to my girlfriend, I was like, "Why is he running like that?"
I was crying.
He's forgotten how to run.
I was brought it up, and I think why it works in the other films that the Russo brothers do is because when they do those chase scenes for the super soldiers, they have something there, whether it be people or cars, that they can. So the chase scene in Civil War, that works because obviously if you get people running against cars and they're taking over them, then it gives the illusion that those people are running really fast.
Yeah, so they're just running normal speed and the cars are going slowly.
But the cars are slower. Yeah, that's how it
there's
works.
Nothing but the buildings.
Yeah. It looks like the first Superman film, the Richard Donner one, where he's running against a train, and it just looks so awful.
Instead of doing all the trickery, they would just speed him up in post, and it looks awful because that's not the way the human body moves.
It looks like when a child's trying to run fast, and I could imagine Sebastian
moving your arms quicker.
Meow.
He's just going meow when he's running. They have to edit out the sound.
Yeah, that was really bad CGI, and some of the CGI when people were getting thrown through walls, there was a few scenes where maybe John Walker was fighting the Flag Smashers and he was kicking some of them through walls and so on, and Bucky was doing the same.
Yeah.
But some of you could tell that the people getting kicked through walls were CGI. They hadn't done the practical effects, and which is why I think the Russo brothers' style of directing works so well, because they mix practical. All of their human characters in their films tend to be on wires and do their own stunts, or they've got stunt doubles. With this, it seemed they just CGI'd a man falling through a wall, and it just looked a bit. Yeah,
we said it a couple episodes that they did say the budgets are as big and they're spending as much time and money on them. But then I see this, I'm like, I don't buy that.
There was another bit that I laughed at as well, and it wasn't as big. But when they go and meet with Carly after she's called Sam's sister?
Yeah.
And then they jump off, they jump off the balcony onto the ground.
Yeah.
When did she have time to put that mask on? We last see it.
I was like, oh,
he just lands on the floor. She's got a mask on. Where did that go?
You got to be handy with a mask.
Yeah, that scene as well when because we hadn't seen Sam in his actual Falcon outfit for a bit, so when he runs in dressed as that, it looked ridiculous. It was so jarring. He just looks so goofy.
Yeah, I'm glad he's back in it.
Yeah, but I just thought because we hadn't seen it in a bit, and he pops up, and I was like, oh god, that doesn't look great. I hope he gets a new costume when he's Captain America.
Yeah,
which he will become Captain America at the end of the series.
Yeah,
100%.
And I really like that they go into his nephews a lot, and there's a little that they call him Uncle Sam. I really like
that's
that.
Funny, yeah. So anyway, after that scene when Battlestar gets done dead, John Walker goes absolutely mental, catches one of the Flag Smashers, and like you were saying before, Calvin, of throwing back to the other Captain America movies. This juxtaposed with Civil War when Steve's bringing the shield down on Iron Man in the exact same place on his chest, and they were mirroring that perfectly. But again, it says to their characters really that Steve stopped himself, or John Walker he has to get it out, and he brutally just kills this man in cold blood in the middle of the street, recorded by everyone.
One of the best scenes of any. Yeah, it was bloody good.
Oh,
It was so dark.
No pun intended.
That final shot
Yeah.
was so
Yeah.
good.
But I like that he
Yeah.
showed that he didn't care as well. Like his like physical acting in that last shot is amazing. Do you know, like
Yeah.
his head is just sort of shaking, and he's looking at everyone like, I've done this. He's not like, oh my God, I've just done this. He's like, yeah, I've done this.
It's not I've done this, it's I've been caught. And people have seen it.
No, I don't think he even looks worried. I think like,
No, he doesn't not give a shit.
He's like, I'll do it again.
Yeah,
I fully believe the next episode is going to start with him murdering all those people.
No, I don't.
It's just going to start, and he's just flinging that
once.
shield around, and there's just loads of just dead people everywhere. And then he just walks off.
Just dead people everywhere, and he's using the shield to dig graves.
He's gonna.
He's just digging.
Skates off
graves
on the
with his
shield, just chucks it down, and just surfs away on it.
Yeah, just the image of that bloodstained shield was so.
Yeah, it's on the nose
in my mind.
It's on the nose, but it works so well for the story they're telling.
Completely. Yeah. And it just puts the theme of the show just at the forefront that, the establishment is the problem.
Yeah.
And we need to fix this. And the Flag Smashers are right in what they want to do. It's just the way they're going about it is very wrong. They want to bring down establishments, but this isn't the way to do it. And we'll get there eventually. I think Carly will come to our side.
Yeah.
And they'll take down Captain America together, I think.
It's not something I ever thought I'd want to hear. Like, God, I hope Captain America dies. Yeah. You know what? Captain America's real. He's a real shit.
I don't think he should die. I think the best move is him not to die, though. I think he should get imprisoned and have to learn.
He won't die.
He won't die.
I want him. The same with Zemo. Like, I think they're too good to get rid of so quickly.
Now Zemo's here to stay. He's the new sort of the
Thunderbolts, baby. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Thunderbolts happening. So where do we think we're going to go from here then? So we've got 2 episodes left.
I don't know, because this episode was so good. I think the last episode suffered because obviously it's a middle episode. They usually do suffer quite a lot. So I thought episode 4 is the same in a 6-part series, but this one felt like a penultimate episode. So next episode could literally be, I know it's not, but it could be the finale the way they've set it up. But I have no idea where they're going to go. And then I think we'll obviously see some repercussions for John, and then we'll get to see if the government are on his side or not, if they try to cover it up in some way, or they strip him of the title. I think something will go on with that. I'm really not sure what will. I think the start of this episode will just be shock for everyone.
Have a good 5 minutes. Let's get our breath back.
And
then get into it. So we've been teased that next week we're getting a big cameo from a very well-known actor. And I know, like we talked about this yesterday, but because obviously what Paul Bettany did with WandaVision was hyping up this cameo, and then it just turned out to be him.
Hey, maybe it's Al Pacino. Maybe we missed a
Jack.
Maybe
Al Pacino's
Jack will be chuffed if it is. Can you imagine?
Yeah. The Al Pacino blog that I follow, they reckon it might be.
Do you know who I thought it might be, which will just be because of the writer who has penned these last 2 episodes? I would not be surprised if Keanu Reeves turns up as a power broker. I'd take that.
I
don't know, actually. Save him for something better.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised.
The meatiest role.
But I do like just them not saying. I know they want to get a discourse going online. That's why they've agreed to put these episodes out weekly, because throughout weeks it gets blown up on Twitter, all the theories, everyone's talking about it. But I don't like this new thing of them teasing a cameo. Cameos works much better when they just show up. And then people talk about it. People talk about it anyway, but they just get greedy and they want people to talk about it leading up and then afterwards as well.
Yeah.
And then if it doesn't happen, I don't know. I get why they're doing it, but I personally like to just them to hit me when they come.
Yeah, I get that. And we've still got Florence Pugh to show up as well.
Maybe that's probably
No, that's not it. Apparently,
not?
No, that's been talked about, but apparently that's not it.
So who do we all
Maybe
think who do you all think the
Zach.
power broker is going to be?
Zach
Steve.
Braff.
Zach Braff is a power broker.
Yeah, he's Florence Pugh's boyfriend, isn't he? So I reckon
Yeah.
Zach Braff. Well, hey guys.
But as JD, it's just like that kind of
Yeah.
character.
Yeah. He
love that.
took some dark paths on his role to medicine.
Yeah,
I can't even think who it would be. I'm trying to I reckon it's gonna be like an old I see this quite an older person. Like I don't know why.
No, I don't know.
But maybe it's because that other woman was the woman they met the first time. I think it's because she
Yeah.
was older. I was like, maybe this guy's gonna be older too, but
Keanu Reeves is quite old.
he's not that old,
don't
is
look
he?
it. Don't look it.
He
when
is.
you
He's
get-
like 60.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
It's 50 showing at least.
Wow.
Late
Maybe it is then.
50s, isn't it?
I think it's gonna be Hugh Jackman is just gonna be Wolverine because I want mutants.
Oh,
Oh.
God.
No, I'm joking. No.
That's
no, I don't know.
gonna be Mount Man
Remy LeBeau.
from New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Orleans.
Yeah. Him and Sam can reminisce.
Yeah. Oh, it's you. It's your Falcon. Where are your wings, Mr. Birdman?
All right. Before this goes too far, Jack, what's your rating?
I'm throwing out. I've been wanting to give it for 4 episodes, and now it's finally deserved it. It's getting a 9.
I'm the same. I'm going to 9 for this.
Yeah,
Best,
nine.
best one yet, easily.
9
Yeah.
for me as well.
I'm going for 9 as well.
God, I think
That's
we've
our
ever
first
agreed
all
that we-
across the board.
Yeah.
Yes, we all love it.
Well done, guys.
Yes, boys.
Yeah.
That's nice.
What a way to end.
Thanks as always for listening, guys. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at Keeping It Real UK. From there, you can find links to our Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Please like, rate, and subscribe where you can. We will see you again on Wednesday for our review of Thunder Force. Until then, please share this around if you enjoy, and we'll see you soon.